Okay, today is Sunday, April 26th, 2:08 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry, I'm sitting outside on my porch swing. I keep it because my dad demanded that I have it several years ago. And I did not know that I would have a home with a porch where it fit perfectly. And I did not realize how much it would mean to me today because my daddy's not here anymore, and God, I miss him. I know he's around me, I get it, his spirit's around me, but when someone goes to the other side, it's hard because that veil that separates us, it's so thin, and yet it's sometimes and you can't penetrate it. But I see him in the signs he sends me. God, I miss him. I miss his voice. I miss his laugh. I miss his stubbornness. I miss his mind, the way he would work problems out, and his intellect. And I just miss him. And I miss Linda. I miss her very much. She was my Saturday lunch date almost every Saturday, unless I went to see the kids in Kansas City, me and her. And she would go with me until she started not feeling good. And we would always, once a month, on a Saturday, go up and lay flowers at Dad's grave. And now she's there with him, along with her little doggies. Because I snuck all their ashes in hers. They didn't know. The people that buried her didn't know. So, I know that was the right thing to do. And I did not realize the weight, the heavy weight that being an executor of a will is on someone. Linda asked me to do that, and it has been, she died a year ago, January, so it was January 20th, 2025. And sometimes it seems like yesterday, and sometimes it seems like 100 years ago. And there's been so much. It's been such a struggle. And God's put people along the way in my path to help me. I'm not saying he hasn't shown up. He has. Angels in human form have been all around me. But this has been hard. It's not been easy. I got laid off Christmas Day last year. And I still don't have a job. I'm looking like crazy. I had one company interview me 4 times. You would think they can make a decision by now. Monday, I have hopefully the final hearing on the estate. I'm praying it goes okay, because I would really like to get this done and everything distributed the way the will says and close this chapter of my life. It's hard. And it's like I got a million things running through my head all at once about my dad and about Linda and about the love we shared and the things we did together and the moments where I spent for a long time every Friday evening at their house. We'd go get KFC and chocolate cake because that's what my dad liked. Or sometimes he would say, you take Linda and go get something to eat and bring something back for me. And I know it's because he couldn't get out and he wanted Linda to have a little bit of fun. So sometimes we would do that. I remember one of the last times I had alone with my dad. He took me out to eat, and he took me, just me and him, just driving around. He liked to go out in the country, and I think we drove to, I think it was Shoto, or some Amish buffet there that he liked to eat at, and I remember he insisted on filling my car up, and I kept telling him I didn't need it, but he wanted to. And I remember that last time that I spent with him in the hospital before he got the night before, and I couldn't talk, but he just held my hand. And the last week even I would go over and I would try to get him to eat something, anything, and one night he wrote down that he wanted Oreos. So I got Oreos and milk, and we sat and he ate Oreos and milk with me. And all he wanted to do was hold my hand and watch TV. And I can remember the feeling of his hand holding mine. Linda and I used to be on the phone, really working on our projects and encouraging each other. And she would always tell me, Andy, let the blanket speak to you. I was making a quilt for my dad. Let the blanket speak to you. And I'll never forget that, because that's what I did. And one of the very last things she said to me was, Andy, I'm not worried about you. You're just like your daddy. No matter how bad things get, you and your dad are like cats. You always land on your feet. I'll never forget that. I hope I land on my feet this time. So tomorrow I have, hopefully, the final hearing, and hopefully the judge will agree to discharge everything and I can close this chapter of legal work and stuff, because I have an attorney that I didn't technically hire, that was my dad's friend, who kind of blew me off, and I ended up firing him, and I have been, crazy as I am, I'm just like my dad. I have been representing myself, and I think I've done a pretty damn good job at it. And I have spent hours and hours and hours putting together this binder for the judge that documents all the financials. You know, sometimes when we go through life and we're in jobs or in situations and were wondering, what the hell am I going through this for? I can look back. There were many times that I got a job as an accountant or a cost analyst. And I never understood. I would be like, I have an MBA. Why do I have this? Well, now I understand because I knew how to put all this together and document everything and have the backup justification and all the things that I learned years ago. There's a place in the Bible, it's about a woman, and I think her name was Esther or somebody, but I remember her being afraid to do whatever she needed to do. And her family member, I think it might have been her uncle or somebody, said, well, yeah, but how do you know that you're not here for such time as this? And that statement keeps running through my heart and head right now. And believe me, I am not walking into this hearing by myself. I'm standing on the shoulders of my dad and Linda and my grandparents and different people that are there on the other side, my ancestors. So I'm not going to be doing it alone. But I would be lying to say I'm not a little apprehensive. I wrote a script of what to say. I've got all my ducks in a row. I just hope they don't go crazy. It's like herding kittens. One always pops out of the box, right? So I'm hoping and praying they just all stay put and that I look professional and I conduct myself professionally and that the attorney I fired doesn't show up and bully me because he bullied me last time and I don't take well to bullying. I don't deserve it and I won't tolerate it. So, if you've gotten this far in my random crazy video, I'd appreciate the prayers tomorrow. It's at 9:30 in the morning, and I just hope and pray that I can stand up confidently and professionally and not bawl my eyes out like I want to. I just hope and pray I do right and I make my dad and Linda proud. I'm going to show you my view. This is my favorite time of the year. I don't know if you can see them, but my daddy's yellow roses are blooming. And look at that big, huge pecan tree right there. I love to watch it because the ravens come and play in that tree and down below it. That's the school I went to, the elementary school I went to. It's the happiest I ever was in my life. I am so completely grateful for the life that God has given me and the home that I have. I'm just grateful for it because there was a time in my life I didn't have a home and I didn't think I would ever have one. And I have truly been blessed. So, anyways, I would appreciate the prayers that everything goes good and successfully tomorrow and I can close this part of the journey that I've been on, the legal system, getting this estate done. So, I love you guys. Talk to you later.